I swear, I almost walked out of that restaurant without a word. The air was thick with celebration, or maybe judgment. Mom's 60th birthday, and 20 of our relatives squeezed around a table meant for 16, every eye silently asking me one question: why haven't you grown up yet? I sat at the end of the table, thumbs moving over my phone, responding to my development team. 3 days until launch, one final bug to squash. That's all that mattered. Meanwhile, my brother, Lucas, was leaning back like a hero in some family sitcom. Lucas, tell everyone the news, Mom said, her voice brimming with pride. Lucas grinned. I got promoted to junior account manager at Métif. 12% raise. Applause. Glasses clinked. Dad nodded, face beaming. 6 months out of college, already moving up. That's what a real career looks like. I kept typing. Mom shot me a look. Evan, put the phone away. It's rude on my birthday. Sorry, Mom. Just handling work, I murmured, eyes still glued to the screen. Dad snorted. Your app thing, you're 28. Your brother has health insurance, a 401k, paid vacation. What do you have? A phone addiction? Cousin Ryan laughed. Someone need help restarting their phone? I didn't look up. Something like that, I muttered. Aunt Marcy leaned forward. Evan, sweetheart, your mother and I worry. This hobby. It's been 3 years. You're still in that tiny apartment, driving that old Civic. When will you accept reality? What reality? I asked. That apps are for geniuses at Google or Apple, not you. You went to state for design. Maybe time for a real job, she said. That I swallowed, heart tightening. I don't need, what? Stability? Dad slammed his fork down. Do you know how embarrassing it is when people ask what you do? I have to say you make apps. They look at me like I raised a failure. I'm not a failure, Dad. Then what do you call living paycheck to paycheck at 28? My phone buzzed. Lead developer, bug fixed. Ready for final review. I typed back, perfect. Schedule build for tomorrow. Uncle Mike waved his hands like he was about to exorcise a demon. Can't put the phone down. Living in fantasy land, thinking you're Steve Jobs. I'm not playing, Uncle Mike. I run a company. The table froze. Lucas snorted. A company? You work solo. 17 employees, I said evenly. 17? Mom's brow furrowed. Honey, you work from a 400 square foot apartment. Where are these employees? Remote, San Francisco. Dad leaned back. San Francisco? Should we be worried about your mental health? I clenched my jaw. I'm fine. Dad's voice rose. You're inventing a fantasy because you're ashamed of your real life. Ryan smirked. What's your company called? I'll prove it doesn't exist. Zenith Labs, I said. That he typed, smirk faltering as the search results appeared. Okay, there's a website. But anyone can make that. Check the App Store, I said. That he scrolled. You have apps. So what? Downloads? Our flagship app, Focus Frame. 42 million downloads. Silence. Mom whispered, that can't be right. Ryan's hand shook as he read reviews. App of the Year, featured in Wired, TechCrunch. 4.9 stars, 2 million reviews. Impossible, Dad said flatly. If this were true, you would have told us. I tried, I said. Thanksgiving, I said. 10 million users. You asked Lucas about insurance. Christmas, we were hiring. You asked if I meant unpaid interns. Ryan's confidence faltered. 42 million downloads, at $12 a piece, that's $504 million in revenue. Mom choked. 180 million net? Uncle Mike scoffed. Then why the Civic? Why the studio? I own the building. 8 units. I live in one, rent the rest. I like my Civic. Ryan scrolled further. Forbes 30 under 30. TechCrunch profile. Wikipedia page, Dad whispered, this has to be some elaborate prank. My phone buzzed, reminder, Apple keynote tomorrow, 10:00 a.m. PST, the TV above the bar switched, Apple logo. Apple special event. My family gasped, Mom pleaded, voice shaking, Evan, please, this isn't healthy. I reinvest everything, I said, voice low. Servers, team, apps in development. I don't chase visible markers. I chase impact. Dad, it's always been about visible markers. Lucas gets health insurance. You throw a party. I build something used by 42 million, and you tell me to get a real job because you can't see it. Uncle Mike scoffed. Revolutionary? You sound like every delusional kid with a startup dream. My phone buzzed. Prep call in 15 minutes, I have to go, I said, standing. Mom rose. Absolutely not. Birthday dinner. Mom, I have a call I can't miss. Sorry. Happy birthday. I dropped $500 bills on the table. This covers my portion. Dad stared. Where did this come from? From my fake company, with my fake revenue. I grabbed my jacket. Enjoy dinner. Watch the keynote tomorrow. You might learn something. Sunday, 9:55 a.m., Green Room, Steve Jobs Theater. Dark blazer. Heart hammering. Tim Cook had just opened. In 5 minutes, he'd introduce me that my phone exploded. Mom, texts frantic, are you pranking us? I silenced it, stage manager led me side stage. Thousands in the audience. Tim smiled. We needed a partner who understood users. Thrilled to announce Apple's exclusive partnership with Zenith Labs. Focus frame on the massive screen. Audience murmured. 42 million users. System-level iOS integration. Pre-installed on every iPhone. Tim, please welcome founder and CEO, Evan Ross. Lights blinding, applause deafening. I gripped the microphone. 3 years ago, I was in a studio apartment, convinced productivity apps were broken. Too cluttered, too noisy. I wanted simplicity. My family thought I was wasting time. Living on ramen, maxing out credit cards, doing every freelance gig I could, but I believed. And when we launched, people got it. 1 million downloads the first month, 10 million the first year. Today, 42 million people use Focus Frame daily. Apple partnership? That number is about to explode. The partnership, $300 million. Recognition, worldwide. Cameras flashing, journalists, developers, influencers. My family's voices, previously dismissive, flooding my phone now, apologies, congratulations that I drove my Civic to my parents' house. Mom ran out like I arrived in a Bentley. Family packed in, all curious now. Dad pulled me aside. I owe you an apology. I dismissed you. Your path was different, not wrong. Forgive me? I nodded. Eventually. But know this, 3 years of doubt hurt. Ask about my work, not just now that it's famous. Respect my path. It's legitimate. Dinner was awkward, yes. But a start. Lucas clinked his beer to my water. You changed the smartphone industry. Different, not more, I said. Phone buzzed. Focus Frame hit 75 million downloads. I smiled, pocketed it, and joined my family that I'd built an empire from a studio apartment. I'd changed how millions worked. And I did it while everyone told me to get a real job. The irony, delicious.